Alright, so I'm going to do a continuation of day one. It is a weekday. All my friends and family are kind of busy. It's a regular day for them. They're not on holiday like me. I was sitting in the room there, and they do have new owners, and they're still doing renovations. There's a lot of running around. It's kind of noisy. So let me get out and take a walk. I'll walk down here. There's a drugstore. Want to get some nail clippers. I got to get across the street. That's why I keep looking back. It's a nice area along here. During the day, the traffic out here is non-stop. When you get about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, it's like a ghost town out here. Yeah, the drugstore is up here on the right. I'm gonna have to get across the street. Probably the smartest thing to do would be to walk all the way down to the light and cross at the light. But what fun is that? If I can cross in the middle, it'll be a shorter walk. Boy, seems like they're always coming either one way or the other. Yeah, shoot. Let's keep going until I can get across. Yeah, I was able to make it. All right. There's no sidewalks here. It's a funny thing though, we're just outside the city of Erie in a township known as Mill Creek. At the light up ahead is the city limits. And when you cross over there are sidewalks. Again, on this side of the light, you're in Mill Creek, and there's no sidewalks. And that's the way it is. Coming up on this area here. Boy, it feels good in the shade. This area right here used to be used to be a movie theater here. And you can see the slope right there that comes down. That used to be where the seating area was. Then this area right here was where the screen was. And I've never seen a fence, but just pipes and no chain link. This is kind of strange. There's the drugstore over there, Rite Aid. They're still open up in this neighborhood. In New Orleans, they've all closed as far as I know. I remember those guys from Project Algerine, they were out here. talking about the Plaza Theater, and he was saying that this spot right here on the ground, was where the ticket booth was to buy your tickets. And this area here was where the doors were, where you walked in. And over this way was the snacks and everything. And this is known as the West Erie Plaza. I remember back in the day this is where they had J.C. Murphy's and the D&K store. They've done a lot of renovations on it. Modernized it a lot. And over here where Jimmy John's is, that used to be where Pizza Hut was. I remember that years ago. I'd have to go back and look at that video from Project Aldrine, but there was somewhere along in here there was a house and a barn. This was a farm way back in the day. And the guy was up working on the roof of the barn, I think, and he got heat stroke or something and passed out. And by the time somebody found him, it was too late to save him, and he ended up passing away. So don't quote me verbatim on that story, but it goes something like that. Entire store sale. Well, this store is going to close. Whoa, how about that? I'm going to see what kind of goodies I can find. Catch you on the way out. Wow, so that store is almost completely empty. That's wild. So the last 3 days. So everything was 70% off. 70% off. So I got some vitamins and stuff. And I got some cream to put on my face to care for my blemishes and wrinkles. I gotta find somewhere else to go to get some. I really need some nail clippers. I don't see anything. Maybe the pet supplies. They should have something to clip some claws. Now let's see. I'm gonna look across the street over here. Wow, that's sad. Well, there's a dollar store up this way. How can I get there? I went the wrong. Well, I can go this way. To cross up here by there's a Family Dollar. Yeah, so that's pretty wild. I mean, that store was almost completely empty. They were even selling the furniture that they would use as displays. The first thing I asked about when I got in there was nail clippers, and everybody shook their head. Nope. Here's the Family Dollar. That's on the other side of the street, so that's actually in the city of Erie. On this side of that's Pittsburgh Avenue. On this side, it's Mill Creek Township, for which there's not really much of a difference. Now, this building here used to be Mexican place, that chain Mexican place. I can't think of the name of it. Chipotle, that's the name of this place. Chipotle. Yeah. All right, I gotta see if I can get across the street here. I'm going to that Family Dollar. Might be wise to get up here by the light. There's a very busy intersection here. All right. All right, I'm gonna head in here. Okay, well, I found what I was looking for. Some heavy-duty toenails. I told the man I need something heavy-duty to get through these claws. Ooh. Time and temperature check. Well, it just went away. But it's at 12:07 p.m. and 81 degrees. The humidity is much lower here than it is where I live now. So this feels great out here. Oh wow, they're having some work done. You can't drive through that bank. If you try it, you're going to fall in. There's the Rite Aid. I remember years ago, they used to be in the plaza itself. And they moved out this way. They could have a drive-through and everything. Flynn's Tires. Here they have a 6-pack house of beer. Oh yeah, there it is there. They used to sell food too. They used to have like hamburgers and hot dogs and that kind of stuff. Maybe they still do, I don't know. Did you go in there and get your 6-packs to go? I've done that before. All right, so this turned into a nice little excursion. And that brick building there, where you see the railing. Years ago, there used to be a real nice coffee shop in there. That's been gone for years. It was real nice. There was a patio out on the back. I'll tell you one thing, this motel where I'm staying, it's much improved over what it was the last 2 years when I stayed there. I don't know what Wi-Fi service they have, but it's real fast. I mean, it's very comparable to the fiber optic I have at my house. Very comparable to that. From what I can see, there's no cable service or dish, satellite dish or anything like that, but they have the Roku TV in there, which is exactly the same as what I have at home. Okay, we'll clear this way. One truck here with a baby in it. Yeah. Yeah, this puppy baby in there. All right. All right, so I'm gonna head back to the room, start editing this episode up, and that'll give me something to work on while I'm waiting for the pastor to call. If I get it finished before he calls, I'll get it posted. If he doesn't, I'll do it later. So until then, I'll catch you on the other side.